Welcome back to Cosmic Cassie, everyone. This is going to be the daily dive where we figure out what is the message that you need to hear for today. Please, if this resonates or if you just simply enjoy the storyline and listening, make sure that you are hitting that like button. It's free for you and it means a whole lot to me. Also, feel free to subscribe if you want more videos like this on the daily basis, or if you just want to make sure that you stay updated on the zodiac videos that I do as well. CosmicCassie.com is my website. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can do it there. That link is in the description box below. Let's go ahead and jump into it. This is the Muse Tarot. It always gives me some pretty deep readings. So let's go ahead and jump in to see what does the viewer need to know for today. What do you need to be aware of today? What is happening? What energy is around you? What's going on? Let's jump right in. First out, we have the Ace of Voices. What does the reader need to know today? What the Ace of Voices is very much feels like so guys, I am an energy reader as well, so I don't always go off of just the meaning of the card. A lot of times I will get energetic senses off of them. So I will share those as they come in. But with that Ace of Voices, energetically, it feels like there is like an internal realization. There's clarity that's happening within. It can be outside communication that is creating this internal clarity, but the communication itself is not what's giving you clarity. It feels like there is more internal clarity of what is happening within myself. Where am I aligning? What do I want? What do I need to do to go in the direction that I'm looking for? And then we have the Ace of Emotions following. That Ace of Emotions means I'm getting really clear about possibly something emotional that I really want, but it feels like this emotion is very much something I had to dive deep down for. So it's almost like taking a deep dive within yourself to figure out how you feel about someone, how you feel about something. There's some kind of depth here that isn't easily accessed. And I think that we've gone through or will go through today some kind of process without totally being conscious of that process. We're going through some kind of process to access those very deep desires and emotions. We're allowing ourselves to fall into the deep waters of ourself here. And once we do that, it's almost like it brings this sudden clarity and realization of something that we might have been looking for and seeking, but for some reason we couldn't obtain it. And that reason was because the truth of it lied very deep within us. And then we have the Muse of Materials and the Eight of Voices to follow. The Muse of Materials is saying, hey, now that I know this clarity, now that I have this information, now that I've dug very deep within myself to obtain this, now there is a clear path ahead. I know how to move forward. I know what direction to go in. I know what to invest in. I know what I want to create. There's a very highlighted energy here of knowing what I want to create, what I want to build into, what I want to invest in. That energy presents itself very well. We have the Queen of Materials clarifying it. So it could definitely be a relationship, as the Muse of Materials in this specific deck is very similar to the King of Material. And so now we have the Queen of Materials clarifying it as I'm on it. And there could definitely be something with a relationship, or it's just saying, hey, now I know the abundance and the energy, the effort that I need to put into something to create it, to really bring it to fruition of what it can possibly be. But we have that Eight of Voices here. And the Eight of Voices is saying, but for some reason, there's something still holding you back. There's something still undefined. There's something that is still needing to be clarified or seen or understood to really move forward with this plan, to really take action on creating this and bringing it into this abundance, okay? So let's go ahead and figure out here. First, I want to see what is the clarity with the emotion. What exactly is that? We have the Hierophant. This is a higher purpose. This is being guided towards something that we know that we want or that is in our line, our path, but kind of being unclear about it. This is knowing that I'm on this path that is definitely meant for me, but it's almost like you can't clearly see the thing that you're moving towards. So we know the path is there. We're on the path. We're moving in that direction, but it's like, but what am I actually moving towards? And the Hierophant is defining that as you're moving towards your ultimate purpose. You're moving towards a higher calling. You're moving in the direction of this, but that's what it is. It's meant for you. It's something that is meant for you specifically. Okay? So why are we still feeling blocked if we understand very clearly what this calling, what this purpose is? What is the block there? Eight of Voices is clarified by the Three of Voices. There's still pain and grief that we're holding on to around this, and that is still creating this illusional obstacle because it's not a real obstacle. Eight of Voices is you choosing to be more focused on the things that don't work out, the things that are difficult to overcome, the challenges, obstacles. It's overthinking things to a point where it seems impossible when really it's not impossible. And because it's clarified by that Three of Voices, it's letting me know there's a lot of fear with moving in this direction. It's the direction that's meant for you. It's very clear that we dove deep, we figured out what it is, and we know that it's like there's a lot of clarity knowing like this is the direction I want to move in. This is the direction that I need to go towards. But there is so much fear, and that fear is making it seem like it's still this impossible task to do, this impossible thing to obtain here. Show me. I want to see here because we obviously have the Muse of Material and the Queen of Material. So there is a foundation here. There is the ability to create and to come together and create this very abundant, very aligned energy here. So I want to understand. Show me the Queen of Material. Oh, I don't think you guys can see that. The Queen of Material is clarified by Two of Voices. And show me the Muse of Material. Page of Emotion. So this is, I feel like this is two people here, okay? We have one person as the Queen and one person as the Muse. And the Queen, and take whichever side resonates, you know? The Two of Voices clarifying the Queen is someone who's not totally making a decision. I feel like they're having this decision right in front of them and they have to choose. Do I go through that door or do I not go through the door? Do I do this or not do this? And I feel like this person's still a little confused. They're not really, it's almost like the door is open. It's in front of them. There's nothing blocking it, but they have that blindfold on. So it's like, well, I don't really know how to get to the door though, but it's like, well, if you would just take off the blindfold, take off the illusion of obstacles of like what you think is happening, if you just remove the blindfold, it'd be very clear how you can get to the door, because the door, there's nothing standing in the path of that door. It's very open, it's very clear, okay? And then with the Muse of Material, having the Page of Emotions, this is someone offering a little bit of encouragement. This is someone who is saying, hey, I know that there's a dream that I have, you know, the dream's not realized, it's not grounded, it's not totally something that I can do right now, but there is the idea, there is the dream, there is the feeling, the wanting of doing this, okay? There's a hope, okay? This person has a lot of hope. It's like, I know what I feel on the inside, I don't totally know how to put it on the outside. I don't know how to express it, how to create it in this Muse of Material kind of way. So this might be, this very well could be a relationship, especially since we have that Hierophant here. But it's almost like both people are kind of trapped by fears, by pain, by previous experiences, but it's more of, because if you look at this Three of Voices, the light is coming down onto this person, even though they're hiding behind the door. It's almost like spirit trying to shine a light on them and letting them know this isn't real. This isn't, you can release this. That it's not really the way that you think it is. It doesn't have to be grief and sorrow and pain and loss. There's so much more there. There's so much more to have here. But this person is kind of like just hiding behind the door. They're too scared to see what's on the other side of the door, and that's the block. So I think both of these people are having the same block. They're dealing with it in a different way, but they're having the same block. And for the Queen, the way they're dealing with it is by pretending they don't see a way forward, because then I can hide behind the door forever. If I believe that I can't find the door and the door is impossible, maybe the door doesn't even exist, then I can just keep hiding behind it. And for the Muse, it's like, well, yeah, I have all this internal expression. I have all this internal feeling and emotion. It's heightened. It's abundant. It's all inside of me. But how do I create it outside of me? How do I share it externally? And we have the Four of Material coming out. Both of these people really need to find a way to stabilize that energy. They need to find a way to be the energy, allow it to just show, allow it to just come out. This is about feeling very secure in what my truth is. This is feeling very comfortable, grounded, knowing that I feel it for a reason, so I need to just let it bloom. I need to let it grow. I need to ground it out. More importantly, it's grounding that energy, grounding the fear down into reality so that we can move beyond it. Show me here. How do we overcome the fear? How do we overcome the fear? Death. You have to put an end to it. Any fear that you've had, any illusions, any pain that you're holding on to, any thought of, this not working out, that all has to be put to rest. It has to be released. There has to be, the only way that these people can move forward is if they both allow themselves to understand those were experiences in the past. Those were things that occurred in the past. That doesn't have to be my future. This isn't something I need to fear anymore, because there's clearly a deep direction. And these are both aces. This is opportunity and potential. So there's clearly a higher power that is involved in this. There's very clearly a new opportunity, a new beginning that is very much here. It's very much able to be manifested in a beautiful way because you have both the Queen and the Muse here. But it's like, even with all the potential, even with all the emotion, all the knowing, the clarity, the feeling, the understanding, even with all of that, why is there still fear? We have to let go of the fear. We have to let go of the pain. We have to release that in order to move all the way through to the end. Let's see, if we are able to release that fear, what is the outcome? If we can release it and get out of that Eight of Swords energy, what is the outcome? Temperance, divine timing, healing, coming into alignment with something that is divinely meant for you, that is perfect and right for you. This is an outcome that I think both people have always desired. And we have 5 with the Hierophant and 5 again with Temperance, because it's 1 and 4. It's like, this is huge changes. This is big change, big change that can happen here. And it's change that now twice clarified is divinely guided. It's something that a higher power is overseeing and trying to guide both people through this process to get to the end goal. Show me Temperance. Another five of material. This 555. This is a huge change. If both of you are able to make it through the fears, to overcome the illusion, because that's what it is. It's illusion. You can't be afraid of the future because the future is not defined. That means you're afraid of your past and you're afraid of repeating the past. No one can be afraid of the future. And this is saying 555. There's nothing but huge changes ahead for you. There's nothing but these huge monumental shifts in your reality. And with it being 5 of material, it's saying we're no longer going to be feeling left out. We're no longer going to be feeling sadness. We're not going to feel abandoned. We're not going to feel neglected. This is coming out of an energy of feeling alone, feeling isolated, trapped, stuck. That all changes. Show me. I want to see, why is the Queen of Material? I want to see why the Queen character here is not making a decision, not seeing clearly. What are they not seeing? What are they avoiding here? The Moon. This person's terrified of the unknown. This is someone who's very afraid of moving in a direction where they don't know what's going to happen. They don't know how it's going to unravel. They don't know what's going on. But I feel like it's also their intuition that is speaking to them. Their intuition is trying to tell them to move forward, and they're kind of ignoring the intuition. They're ignoring that depth, that feeling, which they've already discovered this is what it is. They went deep and they pulled it out and they got clarity on what it is, and it's the Hierophant. But they're still like not trusting it. They're not trusting the intuition. They're not trusting the unknown. They're not making the decision to walk towards something where it's undefined. It's unclear what's going to happen if I move towards it, but I feel guided to move towards it. Show me, why is the Muse only at the Page of Cups here, or Page of Emotion? Why is the Muse not I want to say, why is the Muse not developing their emotions? Why are they still in Page energy here? 2 of Material, because they're trying to juggle other things. This person's not focused on love. They feel the love. The Muse is not focused on it, although they feel overwhelmed by it. There's this huge awareness of like all these emotions inside of me, but they're not focused on it. It's like and because it's Pentacles, they're more focused on figuring other things out. They're not allowing themselves to fully embrace this energy and then bring it out. They feel the energy and then they move away from it, and it's like a distraction. It's like looking at other things, trying to figure other things out, trying to balance out everything else, when sometimes it's like maybe you just need to allow yourself to feel the emotion and then bring that forward. But this person's more in an energy of like, no, I gotta figure things out. I gotta juggle this. I gotta do this over here. It's like they're trying to balance everything but the emotions. But they feel the emotions intensely. Okay? They're feeling them intensely. It's there. They're dreaming about it. They're wanting it. They're just choosing to not focus on it. They're focused on too many other things that are happening around them. What else do we need to know? Any last messages? What else do we need to know? We have the Star. It's the perfect way to end this. The Star, as the last thing that you need to know, is that this is wish fulfillment. There is so much healing and so much happiness. This is dreams coming true. And I already got that energy with the 555, the Hierophant, the Temperance. That energy was already there. This is just making it known even more that this is ultimate satisfaction. This is something they both yearn for and crave for, but it's not happening. It's just not happening. It's not moving forward in the way it should, because they're both having their own obstacles that they're not necessarily overcoming. But I feel like today you're going to see those obstacles play out a lot more, whether it's you feeling it for yourself or realizing it in another person, there's a lot more clarity happening about why each of you are blocked in your own way. But I think you both already know this is wish fulfillment. This is something I've always wanted. You both are already very aware of the energy that surrounds both of you. It's just a matter of understanding how to overcome your own inhibitions here. That way you can finally come together. And this could be a single person having two different difficulties, two different problems, but it feels more like two separate people here. All right, viewers, that's everything that I have for you today. Thanks for joining me for the daily dive. I will be back tomorrow, and I hope this resonated and helped. Again, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you want more videos. And also, CosmicCassie.com is that website if you choose to get a personal reading with me. Thanks.